Here's a little teaser of the Almost Above Average podcast dropping at midnight tonight. On this episode of Almost Above Average, we sit down with Professor Elizabeth Tolman, and we discuss her experience when an active shooter was on the UNC campus August 23rd of last year. Please tune in at midnight to hear the full story.
They were tense.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. And at the time, we didn't know this, but the shooter just did his thing, and then left. And he just wandered for several miles before somebody in a neighborhood saw him. But in the meantime, he had ditched the weapon. And it was very reasonable to think that he had entered our building and ditched the weapon there because we were the closest building. But
Yeah.
I had no knowledge of that at the time. All I knew is that these guys who are like a foot taller than me and buff,
They're pretty serious. They're buff.
very scary looking guys.
Yeah.
And they just said, come out. So we come out, 6 young women, well, 5 young women and me, come out with our hands up. And they told us, go this way, someone will direct you. And then we were all being funneled down to a side street and then marched up the hill. And then the buses weren't running. So I told Kayla, well, I'll take you to my car, which is parked at my friend's house. So we walked for 40 minutes and then we went in and used my friend's bathroom very happily. But so then we made it through that. It was very intense. It was my son Alex's first day of middle school, and I wasn't home to get him off the bus, which was heartbreaking. I had texted a neighbor, and so she kept him at her house.